Hey guys, Dojo here. Today I have another banger of a video, and today we're going to the BTD iceberg. Guys, if you don't know what an iceberg chart is, it's basically, I'm not gonna do that, guys. I am not gonna do that. I find that part of every iceberg video, like, kind of annoying, because, like, I've watched so many iceberg videos, and, like, I don't need you to explain it to me every time. I know this. I've watched, like, 20 of your other iceberg videos, guys. You have to explain to me that the lower down, the more obscure it is. I already know that, guys. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get right into the iceberg chart. The No Monkeys Challenge. So this is a challenge to my Side Guy mask, and I've actually watched it before I did this iceberg. So here are the rankings. On BT 1, it is possible. On BT 2, it is possible, only on easy. BT 3, it is possible on medium and all lower difficulties. On BTD 4, it is possible on hard and all lower difficulties. On BTD 5, it is possible on impossible and on all lower difficulties. And on BTD 6, it is possible on chimps and all lower difficulties. So all of them. Yeah. On to the next entry. The blimps have eyes. If you buy a trophy upgrade or buy the official stickers, the blimps will have eyes. The bad, ZOMG, and BFB also have eyes naturally. Heavy quotations there. I don't know, it could just be painted on. I don't think, if I, like a rubber ducky, it has painted eyes on, guys. It has eyes. It's alive, guys. It can see through those things. I don't really count it like that, but, the stickers and the trophy upgrade definitely are eyes, so, got that. Hero voice lines. The heroes do indeed have voice lines. Here are some. Balloons Adventure Time was unexpected. In Balloons Adventure Time, Finn was not expecting the balloons to come and, like, do whatever the balloons were doing. I don't know, I've never played the game. Also, no one was expecting Balloons Adventure Time, of all things, to be Ninja Kiwi's next game. Like, if you were expecting Ninja Kiwi's next game to be Balloons Adventure Time, of all things, then you just must be psychic, mate. You just must be psychic. That's the only real explanation for it. Hey guys, there's a new background now. Anyway, the Balloon Chipper and Cobra will never return. So the Balloon Chipper was very OP in BT5. In an interview with the devs, they said it would be very hard to balance. Also, in Junkyard, the Balloon Chipper's there, so that can't be a good sign. As for the Cobra, or the Covert Ops Battle Response Agent, what would it even do? It was introduced in BTD Battles 1, and it sabotages the opponent, so in BT6 it will sabotage balloons? That actually sounds pretty cool though. I think they should add it back in. What do the MOAB stand for? So this is the first one I added. The MOAB stands for Massive Ordnance Air Blimp, which is one step away from Massive Ordnance Air Bomb. The BFB stands for Brutal Flying Behemoth. ZOMG, Mighty Zeppelin of Gargantuousness. I'm not making this up. BID is the Big Airship of Doom, and lastly, the DDT, Dark Dirigible Titan. Dirigible means Zeppelin, apparently. Anyway, on to the next entry. Speedruns. So, I go to speedrun.com, go to the BT6 leaderboards, and I met with a spreadsheet. So I chose a run at random, and it's extremely optimized. It's done by, Known Left, who had all the easy roll records at the point that he set this one. He doesn't have them anymore. The spreadsheet isn't complete either. 4 world records are unclaimed. Dart Monkey Plush. This is a thing that exists. Chimps. So this is another one that I added. So Chimps is the hardest difficulty in BT6. It stands for No Continues, Harsh Loss, Income, Monkey Knowledge, Powers, or Selling. So powers makes sense, continues also makes sense. Basically, you can't stomach with monkey money. Selling was just to make the acronym work. Income is a pretty big one, and Harsh Lost. In fact, one of the things, Ravine, is impossible because of Harsh Lost. So the Ninja Kiwi actually added a sword that if you click it enough times, it will shoot down and pop exactly 1 balloon. Pretty cool, and then they use that to pop the 1 balloon, and it was possible. Mobile and Steam ports are equal. So apparently the mobile and Steam ports are equal. I know, insane. I could never have guessed that from just the entry alone. So this has to do with the fact of why make this whole Steam port? That's like a lot of work and stuff. When you have a mobile port right there, like just use the mobile port. Silly. Glue gunner has darker fur. So I took a sample from the Dart, Glue, and Alk to see if it was true. So by the way I was doing it, which was taking a screenshot, importing it to Scratch, and looking at the brightness vector, the brightnesses are as follows. Dart has 68, Alchemist has 58, and Glue gunner has 52. So that was surprised me, so the Alchemist and Dart Monkey both had different numbers. So I looked to see if all the monkeys have different numbers. Well, the Ice Monkey has 100, Druid 65, Wizard 68, Caveman 68, Dart 68, Axe 67, Sniper 65, Beast Handler 65, Dartling Gunner 62, Ninja 62, NG 62, Sub 62, Heli 61, Mortar 60, Super Monkey 60, Boomerang 58, Buccaneer 58, Alchemist 58, and Glue Gunner 52. It is indeed the darkest. Tim Haywood. He's the guy who makes the music. In fact, it's playing right now. Great music. Zebra and pink balloons didn't exist. It's true. They didn't exist until BTD4. Pink balloons didn't exist until BTD4. Pink balloons didn't exist until BTD4. 2MP. 2MP is a scientific experiment done by the BCA. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's getting 2 million pops on one tower in chimps mode. More like ultra boosting them. You probably don't know what ultra boosting means though. So ultra boosting is when you put all the boosts on one tower, make some spectacular size, and OP towers. Yes. This footage I'm showing is vanilla. 2TC. So this is beating chests with just 2 towers. These are my favorite things to watch, BTD6 related. ISAB does some good stuff on them. They're pretty intense, and I like to watch them. Psy goes by they/them. According to the Ninja Kiwi official Twitter, Psy is non-binary. Why don't we have non-binary pronouns? I don't know. But they/them is a good enough replacement, so Psy goes by them. And they. 2T. Hey, I watched this guy. 2D is, I think, the most subscribed balloons YouTuber. He does boss showcase type stuff. He used to do mobile game Let's Plays, which I think is peak 2D, but his BTD6 stuff is good too. I'm also just realizing this. Every time I spelled 2T, it auto-corrected to 20. So, yeah, that's pretty funny. Anyway, that's the end of Tier 1, and we're on to Tier 2. Meta. So there are things like boss events and stuff, there's certain meta surrounding them, so you can get the fastest time. Same thing for races. So basically you farm a lot, and then you just insta-kill the boss with like 20 parabombs. I am not doing this one. Bomb Shooter Sentience. In Balloons Pop, the bomb shooter says this, implying it is alive and can speak. How about some extra boom with your boom? Captures are operated by monkeys. Need I say more? Camo Rigo Red versus 0-0 Dart Monkey. This is just a meme that Camo Rigo Red is an overpowered rush, only stopped by the all-powerful 0-0 Dart Monkey. James, what do you think about this?
Oh, you're talking about Balloons TV?
Yeah. I'm doing an iceberg video on it. What do you think about the 0-0 Dart Monkey versus Camo Rigo Red?
What you said about it, I didn't know what you said.
Okay. Amazing insight. Legs are off. Crisis averted. Anyway, the next entry is BTDX. It is a very well-made fan game, and I highly recommend you check it out. There's a sequel coming, and I highly recommend you check it out. And the sequel, when it comes out, it might already be out by the time you see this. Anyway, check it out. I highly recommend it. It is a very good fan game. So the past entries, let's be real, they were not worthy of Tier 2 status. These entries from now on, I think, are worthy of tier 2 status and beyond. Like, there are 6 tiers of this iceberg, I think. Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 tiers of this iceberg, actually. Wow, it's a pretty big one. But the stuff after this, I think, is worthy of tier 2. Eco is OP. Eco or economy is how you get money in BT battles 1 and 2. Eco is so good, you don't even need to bring banana farms to battles. And this is BTD 5 banana farms, which are one, if not the most powerful tower or monkey in all of the 44 games Ninja Kiwi has released for the Balloon series. I personally like how OP it is because it gives you 3 tower slots instead of 2 with banana farm locked in. Balloon-tonium inconsistencies. Balloon-tonium is what balloons are made of. But when balloons pop, they're also what buildings are made of. And there are also balloon-tonium balloons. How does that work? You can't be even more balloon-tonium than all the way balloon-tonium. Balloon-tonium is also radioactive, so balloons are also radioactive, but radioactive materials are resistant to heat because radiation is heat. Yet fire pops balloons, and we haven't even got to the balloon-tonium lab or balloon-tonium reactor. There's balloon-tonium in the Gartman gunner, but in BTD 5 and BTD 5 only, we can remove it, leading it to pop lead and frozen balloons. And we get money from popping balloons, so are we selling the balloon-tonium? They must have some other use if we're selling it. Yeah, it's a mess. Balloon-tonium is a mess. 555 Sun God. Using the Crosspath mod, you can get a 555 Sun God. That can be around 140 in just 10 seconds. Needless to say, it's a bit OP. But that's not what this entry is referring to. That's right, the Vengeful True Sun God. You need the Monkey Knowledge Point, there can only be one. Then, not in sandbox mode, get a fully maxed out True Sun God Temple with 50k in all sacrifices. But before you upgrade to the True Sun God, have the other 2 5th tier Super Monkeys outside the Sun God's range. If you do everything right, then you get the Vengeful True Sun God Temple. Fun fact, this was also in BTD 5 if you had the Super Monkey hideout at max level. Cave Monkey. If you remember back to the Glue Gunner's Darker Fur, I concluded that the Cave Monkey is tied for the 3rd brightest, with the Wizard and the Dart. But what is the Cave Monkey? Well, in the Frozen Over map, a Cave Monkey can be seen in the bottom left. If you get a mortar to repeatedly explode on the Cave Monkey, he will jump out and start fighting balloons. He is a melee attacker who stuns balloons and is pretty good for a free tower. You can also get the monkeys floating with this guy. Big/small balloon/monkey options. This entry is referring to the 4 options that are unlocked by completing 4 achievements. Let's start with the big balloons. You unlock this by completing the big balloons achievement, which is unlocked after completing 10 games on Chimps with Pat Fusty as your hero. This achievement is normally hidden. Small balloons are unlocked after Alchemist Man and Balloonicle Boy, which is unlocked after getting a BMA to 900,000 pops before round 100. This achievement is also hidden. Big Monkeys. This achievement is unlocked after Chunky Monkeys. This option is unlocked after Chunky Monkeys, which is unlocked after beating 10 games using only big towers on medium or higher. It is also hidden. I wonder what big towers are, and they're towers that are big, obviously. Small Monkeys is unlocked by the Golden Ticket achievement, which is unlocked by collecting the Oompa Loompas in Candy Falls in a certain order. Regrow Farms. So let's say you have one Regrow Rainbow. It splits into 2 Regrow Zebras. Those 2 Regrow Zebras regrow back into 2 Regrow Rainbow Balloons, which can split into 4 Zeros. And so on until your game crashes or you lose. Or if you get enough money to defeat the swarm. You need a ton of money though. BTD 4 Camo Balloon. BTD 4 is the first game that has the Camo Balloon, and that's just one Camo Balloon, which splits into 2 pinks, which are also added in this game. Pink balloons were added in BTD 4. Hypersonic Tack Shooter Glitch. By pressing the tab in the upgrade menu, you can go to the tower place menu. If you press enter to buy upgrades while pressing the hotkey for buying upgrades, and if you hold down enter while doing that, whichever upgrade you bought initially will be bought multiple times. And this can be used on the tack shooter or bomb tower, but it got patched in BTD 3. That's the end of Tier 2. Apocalypse is unfair. On round 40, there's like 10 Moabs because they send all the waves at the same time. I think it's honestly harder than impossible, and maybe half cash. Spike Ball Tower in BTD 1. There's an unused tower in between the tack and the bomb called Spiky Ball Tower. It would shoot spike balls from the original Balloons game, up and down and left and right. It would cost 500 monies, or whatever they use in the Balloons world. It has an attack rate of 130 and a pierce of 2. Who Wants to Be a Balloonaire is an outdated quiz game made by Ninja Kiwi about BTD4. You get 10 questions that are randomly picked from a pool of 35 questions, each with 4 options for the answer in the question. Balloons come in all colors of the rainbow in the original Balloons Tower Defense. Which color of the rainbow is missing? It uses the British color, but the answer is orange, right? But it's not, because in Balloons Pop 3, there is an orange balloon. Balloons Pop 3 is just bejeweled. And it isn't even the third in the Balloons Pop series, it's the first one. And the second one is just called Balloons Pop, and it's completely different. Anyway, if you get all 10 right, you get a sneak peek of the BTD 5 trailer, so that's kind of cool. Also, the answer was purple, because purple balloons debuted in BTD 6. The Super Monkey plush. That is a thing that exists. Alchemist money is an actual alchemist. Alchemists are people who do alchemy. But what isn't alchemy? Well, there are many definitions for alchemy, and every alchemist follows a different one, which I think is very interesting. If you go to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, the first definition matches the top path, second follows the middle path, and all follow the bottom path. But the third one especially. I don't know if this was intentional, but it's kind of cool. SAS 4 is the only Ninja Kiwi game outside the Balloon series. No, there's also the first 3 SNASs, which probably exist. There's also Counter Snipe, and Tower Keepers, which is an RPG with 0 achievements. What do you do in the game then? If there's no achievements, what's the point of an RPG? But there's also Flash games that they made, which are also not part of the BTD universe. The NK Bird is in the Balloons universe. Whenever you open up a Ninja Kiwi game, you see the NK Bird with text more awesomer below it. But they do that in every game, including the ones from that entry up there, before this one. But there is the NK Bird in the trophy items, which is the Ninja Kiwi pet. They act just like any other pet, and is for the Ninja Monkey. Monkey Academy. The Monkey Academy is a village-type monkey found in the piles for BTD 6. It just has the upgrades in their description. The top path is for military, middle for magic, bottom for heroes. Come out of the top path village, you can get boosts for all monkeys except for support. The middle math is also really broken, like, there is magic monkeys in the radius get extra pierce and attack speed, really good. Increase academy radius for all academies with this upgrade. Also really good. If you get, because you can have more academies, so you can get them, have a Monkey Academy of unlimited range. Wizard Library, Wizards, Druids, and Alchemists, and the Radius can learn up to Tier 2 in all 3 upgrade paths. Magic Arcaeum, Alchemy Graduate Ability. This creates a powerful monkey whose abilities are based off the magic monkeys nearby. And Nexus Crucible, Academy graduates created by this ability are permanent. The Tier 5 on the bottom path gives you a second hero with co-op, and you can get 8th heroes with how OP some heroes are. I'm glad this got scrapped. It also has 2 monkey knowledges in the support category. Harmless mods. I'm not 100% sure what this entry means, but I'm pretty sure it's that if you use a mod in BT6, you can't participate in races or boss events ever again. But some mods just add a few more maps or a texture change and don't affect races or boss events. But you still get banned. Personally, I think Ninja Kiwi made the correct decision with this. It'll be pretty hard to know what mods affect boss events and what don't. All balloons have unfortified
assets, unused fortified assets. Not only that, but they also have unused fortified regrow assets, and fortified regrow camo assets. So why can't I send a fortified regrow camo pink balloon in sandbox mode? What's holding me back, Ninja Kiwi? Why don't you add this just like as a sandbox mode exclusive? Purple balloon farms and balloons adventure time. Sam can make a regrow farm using purple balloons that don't duplicate. The balloons stay at a constant number, giving you all the money and all the pops. Yay! Lightsaber thrower removed due to copyright. I searched for any lawsuit regarding Ninja Kiwi or his parent company, Modern Time Group, but I could not find a single lawsuit that involved the lightsaber thrower. So either it was removed for some other reason, or it was removed in fear of a lawsuit. Slans, not to be confused with Blondes. Slans is a fan-made map that is really short and has a lake in the bottom left. Eventually it was added to BTD 6 in the form of Blondes, which you can play by clicking the random button in the challenge editor until you get Blondes. BTD 7 is coming in 2024. The fan game BTD 7 is coming in 2024. Mark your calendars. This is going to be the best fan game yet. You can even go to their website. If I remember to post your own ideas to be put in the game. But an official BTD 7, is not coming soon. When a developer was asked about it, they said their plan was to up BTD 6 instead of making a whole new game. And I bet it's like coming in 2026 or something like that. And it will probably be Ninja Kiwi's last game. And yes, that means I'm predicting Ninja Kiwi is going to die in 2026. Balloons and balloons are different things. This is pretty easy. Balloons with 2 O's and no L's, and only 1 L, are evil, and they're made of balloon-tonium. And balloons are with BALLOONS are at birthday parties, and monkeys still use them to this day. Soulbind. So the 5th tier Wizard Monkey's bottom path used to be called Soulbind. What it did is that you could soulbind a tower, and when your lives dropped to 0, the tower would disappear and you would gain some lives based off of how much the tower cost. And you could keep going. Also, everyone in its range got camo detection. And that, guys, brings us to the end of the 3rd layer and the end of this video. So make sure, guys, to do all the thingies that every YouTuber tells you to do in every video, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will hopefully be covering the next layers, or new chests, or Grapingle. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. Bye!